he already cleared DP 203, and he has some doubts and he will share his experience, because I know our team, our community is really feared to attend the DP 203 exam. Ashar, Bhaskar, you already know, right? After February
Yeah.
6th, people really fear to attend this kind of exam also, DP 203. But I think it is not a difficult exam, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you share some experience? How was the question you got, and how you prepared? How
Yeah.
much time you take?
Yeah. So yeah, hi everybody. This is Bhaskar, and I'm working in Infosys, and have been working in Infosys for last 2 years, you can say. And I'm already working in a data related stream actually. So I'm working in SAP Native HANA, so which is like data platform, you can say. And as the time is going, these days cloud is becoming too
Yes,
demanding.
booming, right? Okay.
So even our project, like our project database, tables and everything
Mm,
is going to cloud.
mm.
So in our project is it is going to Azure cloud. So
Okay.
that's where I really Azure got into my mind, and thought, okay, let's see what is Azure and what really they are doing with
Mm.
the project. They are migrating from HANA to Azure, right?
Okay.
So then I came to know from one of my friend, working in other team.
Mm, mm,
So he is a data engineer, Azure data engineer.
mm.
So at that point, so she told me that these are the things we have to go through. So there are various Azure services, and you know to start at on point, right? So she introduced me these certification exams.
Mm.
So I started exploring about all these certification exams, and then I wrote this fundamental exam related to data, which is
Mm.
DP 900,
Okay.
and it's a basic one. So I cleared it in the first attempt, and then so I thought, what is the next step? So
Mm.
which is nothing but DP 203, so data engineering associate, right? So
Okay.
then I got to explore all these things. So then I started. So I don't know where to start, because I don't have any background from cloud, and
Mm.
nobody in our project is really working on cloud. So
Okay.
I went out to various platforms, like you can say YouTube and LinkedIn. LinkedIn really helped me to connect with various people, like yourself,
Mm.
and others also. So the way I started searching about DP 203, whatever the stream you are working on, for everybody who is listening to this podcast. So if you want to gather some information or connect to some people, you can go to LinkedIn and search with hashtag, and you can find everybody who is working on this
Definitely.
stream and everything, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
that way I got to I found so many people like you, and some other people who have completed DP 203 recently. And then I asked them, reached out to them, and kindly I asked, like, what can I learn before writing DP 203. So there are very kind people out there who help me out with this, and then they shared me some resources, like some YouTube channels, and some
Mm.
exam topics website is really helpful to prepare for these certification exams.
Okay.
And and there is Udemy course also, so it is suggested by some other guy from LinkedIn. Again, I don't know about him, so I got to know him in LinkedIn itself.
Okay,
So
so
there are
sir,
various
first I
things.
just want to, sorry for the interruption. How much time you took to cover the deep, because you don't have cloud
Hmm.
background, but how much time you take, how much time you took to convert your career, not career, like a clear the DP 900 exam? How much time, for
Yeah,
example, fresher or something?
yeah, yeah. So I started. I wrote this DP 900 at on February 5th, and then I
Okay.
scheduled the DP 203 on that date itself, because of
Mm,
my company policies. I have to schedule at that time only. And then
okay.
I have scheduled it for April 1st actually.
Mm,
So
mm,
I thought maybe 2 months maybe enough, or else
mm,
we can reschedule it again.
okay.
So then I kind of started searching all these things, and again I have to parallelly look after the work I'm getting, right? So
Mm,
kind of studied maybe 1 hour. I won't say consistently I read for all this 1.5 or 40 days,
Mm,
but yeah, I mean, I have this thing in my mind that I have to read. I have this
mm,
that thing in my mind. So
mm.
you can say 1 month I have prepared for this exam.
1 month
And
you prepared for the DP 203, right?
yeah, correct. And this is my
Okay.
first attempt actually,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote it today morning itself. And
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can say 1 month, 40
1 month,
days.
right?
Yeah,
Okay. And one more thing, Bhaskar, which are the courses, not courses, you referred any kind of materials, or what are the main topic? If you write the exam, what are the important topic they need to focus? So they need some kind of practical kind of thing. So that kind of
yeah,
give some kind of hint to people.
yeah, yeah. So talking about what is the weightage, compared to what are the various services are there, and what is the weightage for each service.
Mm,
So before February 6th, the syllabus was completely different. Like
yes.
completely different means weightage was different. So
Mm,
they were more focusing on some security monitor and all these concepts before. Now they are
okay.
like putting more weightage on data processing things.
Mm,
And you can see some 40 to 45% on data processing itself. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So I have seen that, and then
Data processing, that means you mean like ADF, Synapse channel, right?
yeah, correct.
Mm,
Exactly. So when we talk about data processing, we can say that it's more on development perspective, technical aspects. You can say that.
mm,
So
okay.
other concepts are like monitoring and designing and all these things. Developers won't really do this thing, right, in the projects. These things will be taken by ownership by administrators, or data modelers, these
Yeah.
people, architects. So the core development people will do this data processing and all, right,
Mm,
ingestion and processing and all these things.
yes.
So yeah, after February 6th, these things have changed and weightage have changed. And the more things where they are asking, right, so it is they are more emphasizing on synapse, you can say.
Mm,
And you can see more about synapse only, like since data factory, they
mm.
have included or integrated into the synapse already, because you
Uh-huh.
can implement same data factory pipelines in
In
synapse.
the Synapse
So
itself. Yeah.
yeah, correct. So you won't really find much difference, from data factory and pipelines in Synapse.
Mm,
So, so you can say they are giving more questions on Synapse, related to pipelines, related to serverless, dedicated pools,
mm.
partitions, and related to these dimensions, slowly changing dimensions,
Diamond,
all these
SCD1,
things.
SCD2, SCD. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that
correct.
you got,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Mm,
Yeah, so more on Synapse, you can say. And then
mm.
Databricks and data factory is, it's not it won't be more, like you can cover it in here itself, right. So Databricks also kind of integrated into Synapse, like Spark environment is already
Mm,
there in the Synapse, right. So
mm,
you can focus more on Synapse,
mm.
stress on more on Synapse. And other concepts like Azure data lake storage too. So there are more questions on this, when you
Oh,
say how to design your storage, how to secure a storage, and how to partition your storage, like how to files, and how to replicate your files whenever
mm.
there is a disaster management, all these kind of questions, right.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, this is the overall pattern they are giving in the exam.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So when you more focused on that part, definitely you can clear the exam, right?
Yeah, sure. You
Mm.
can clear. And yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I wrote it today, and
Mm,
I don't have any cloud background.
mm.
But yeah, I kind of prepared like point to point from every website possible. But the thing is, there is a lot of this is a data era, and there is lots of information out there, and you cannot trust every source. There is
Yeah.
this thing with DP 203. There are
Mm,
so many websites, so many data, practice question dumps,
mm, mm.
where there will be different answer for same question.
Mm.
I have
Mm.
come across so many questions where one website gave exam topics. There will be discussions also. So exam
Yes.
topics is giving one answer, and some from YouTube there is some other answer, and some
Uh,
other website is giving some other answer for the same question, and
uh,
with the justifiable explanation. They will
mm.
make you think like, okay, this is the correct answer three
Mm.
times with the three different answers. So
Mm.
we should be very careful with that. And we have to maybe if you are going with exam topics, you have to see the discussions and all, and
Yes. So,
you should not trust
Bhaskar,
them.
actually, this is the one thing every people are told me like that. Because
Yeah,
they are there, the answer is one question, but in the
yeah,
discussion part, there is a separate one, most
correct,
voted. Yeah, so that was really confusing with
correct.
the people, right? Do you
Yeah.
recommend any kind of site other than exam topic, or you think like that exam topic will be
Hmm.
better?
Yeah, what I'll say is, we really cannot trust anybody
Uh,
in this era. So like I said, it's information era.
mm,
You have so many sources, but you have to find that source where there is credible information, right? So
uh,
here, our credible source is only Microsoft. You know, we cannot
Only
trust
Microsoft,
anything
right?
else. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
go to certification. They'll paste you the link. With the explanation, they'll paste you the link,
Space,
and you have to
yeah.
go to that. Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
you have to go there, and see that, and get to know by yourself. Sometimes
Mm,
we cannot think by ourselves because we are still new to this, but there will be many instances that you can figure it out by reading
mm.
the documentation itself. So some people
Okay.
will, like, will be thinking too much that they'll be giving the wrong answer.
Mm,
And there are some credible YouTube sources, like YouTube channels. I have
mm.
pasted the links in my LinkedIn also today itself,
Okay.
so
Uh-huh.
people can go through that.
Okay.
And yesterday itself, while going through these things, I faced this. So
Mm,
Saturday, like, today is Monday, right? Saturday I have gone through some YouTube channel, some 200 questions. And
mm,
yesterday I was going through exam topics,
mm.
and there were, like, literally opposite answers for the same question.
Okay.
And I
Uh-huh.
told myself that I don't want to go through so many sources and then confuse
Mm,
myself with
mm,
what should be the answer. So
mm,
I put it aside, and I prepared notes by myself, by
mhm.
going through all this. So
That will
in
be
Microsoft
better.
itself, so you
Mm,
have this learning path, right?
mm,
So you can go through that, and you can
mm,
write the assessment there, practice
mm.
assessment.
Yeah,
So if you write,
every session there is a one more assessment is there, right? In the
correct.
Microsoft. Yeah.
So yeah, so if you write the assessment, it will figure out, it will give you the collection. Collection
Mm.
means it will give you the path for you, like, based on
Okay.
your performance on the practice assessment, it will give you. So
Mm,
where you are lacking, where
mm,
exactly you are not scoring much, right?
mm,
So it will give you the path. It will
mm,
auto generate that path for you,
mm.
and then you can go through that entire, every concept, and make notes. It will be useful for you,
Okay,
because
okay.
if you just read it, you won't remember it, right? So if
Yes,
you
totally.
make a note, right? Because it's not that you are starting at DP to North, and you will be, it is the end, right? So
Mm,
it is a
mm,
stepping stone for someone to become data engineer. It's your data engineer.
mm. Okay,
So to
okay.
become that, making notes from the day one itself, like, so take DP 203 as a first step, and then make
Mm,
notes, and you will remember these things. So
mm,
I made that, wherever things like monitoring and securing databases, data warehouses, and all these
mm.
concepts we cannot remember, because this is something which we don't do in the development perspective. So these are
Perfect.
things which are related to some administrative or architecture related things. So we
Mm.
need to write them so that we will remember. And
Okay.
talk to yourself, maybe talk to
Mm,
yourself that, okay, this is the
mm,
concept, these are the
mm.
concepts involved in this service. Like, if you say Synapse, what are the concepts related to Synapse? Like, maybe pipelines, pools, like, Spark pools, and serverless and dedicated server pools, all these things. So then
Mm.
you will be, like, getting used to Azure services. Then you will feel comfortable. You don't have to, like, remember the answers, because see, clearing DP203, it's not a big deal, because you can still remember the answers from the practice terms, and
But it
clear.
is not a good idea, right? Because we need
Yeah,
expertise on this one.
yeah, correct. So we need to know the the process behind that, not
Mm.
the answer, right? So that is the main thing. So because I am an aspirant, data engineering aspirant.
Oh,
So
okay.
I really, want to do it in a process.
Mm,
I don't want to just clear the exam for the sake of it. I want
mm,
to learn everything, like, what is this, what is that, everything. And wherever the related things, on data processing are there, I
mm.
was like, focusing more because that is the
Mm.
one, I'll be working on in the future, right? So
Yes,
other things
definitely.
like, security and privacy, all these things, I just, learn. That's it. I read it and, try to, somehow remember them. And yeah, this way maybe you can get better at it.
Okay, okay. I think Basar, you share this link also, right? LinkedIn. I think when I posted this video, I will add those links also. Maybe whoever want to follow you to get
Yeah,
something from your side, right? So they can
yeah,
also look that post also. They can follow them. So that also better because people can get more exposure. Maybe really
yeah,
confused. Already people tell me like there are a lot of materials are there. I'm really confused which
yeah.
one is I can choose. Most of the portion there are discussion, there is a right answer, some kind of
True.
this really they are
Yeah,
disturbing, so that is the reason.
yeah,
If you share something for the data community, it will be more better because you already cleared and you are giving like a path to this is clearing the exam, not clearing the exam
yeah.
other than that you are have an expertise on the Azure, right? Definitely you
Yeah,
need to work on Azure. So
correct.
definitely you can share that link. I will add the link in the descriptions also. Then
Mhm.
I think other than anything you want to share with the team or something.
Yeah, so yeah, so apart from this, right? So, like I said, I am issue data engineer aspirant. So
Mm,
I'm really looking forward to shift into that stream. So as I
okay.
said, I'm working in SAP HANA native HANA stream, and I'm somewhat 2.2, 2.3 years of experience.
Mm,
And to for me to shift to HANA to Azure data engineering.
mm,
So there is one process, like you can learn, and you can um, um, attend some interviews, but it won't work like that for me. I feel like there will be few things, like whenever you apply to a job, they will ask some experience on these skills, right? So let's
mm,
say I'm applying for Azure data engineer in some company,
mm,
and I need to have some project experience, or else they won't be looking at my resume itself,
mm.
because there are so many people out there who worked on these things.
Yes.
And like that, for people like me who are working in service based companies,
Mm,
there won't be there won't be any projects related to issue for everybody, right?
mm.
So some people may be working on some testing, some people working on some other things,
Definitely.
because
It
they
will be
cannot really
based
decide.
on the allocation, right?
Yeah, they cannot really decide. It should
Yeah.
be people, one should be lucky to get these digital skills, digital technologies in the projects, right?
Mm,
So or else we cannot do anything. So
mm,
my question is, like I really don't know how to do this, but
mm,
my question is, now I'm working as a HANA developer. I want to
mm,
shift to Azure data engineering stream, in some other company.
mm,
So now I don't have any project experience. I can learn hands on. Maybe I
mm,
can get some real time projects from LinkedIn, or some websites are there. So many sources are there.
mm,
I can get that.
mm,
But so what is this actual process will be like? Will they look at my resume because I have done
mm.
outside projects? Like will they look at, will they ask for some project which are done in company, right?
Mm,
So all these doubts are there in my mind. That's why I reached to you, like since you are already working as a data engineer.
Right.
So I
Okay.
thought of, okay, maybe you might be having some idea.
Mm,
Might be even if you don't have, you might have seen so many people, right?
mm,
So many stories to tell, right? So
mm.
like me, and mine is one of the story,
Mhm.
and you might have heard so many people's stories, so maybe you
Definitely.
might have some. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Because I will tell you like that. The
yeah,
learning is a part of our life. And if you want to switch something, for example, you're working anything, but your goal
yeah,
is like set to working something. For example, Azure data engineering. After the new
yeah,
technology coming, it will be like it is not
yeah,
your story. Like
yeah,
whoever want to achieving or whoever dreaming their life become more
yeah,
successful and they want to become achieve something in their life, all are dreaming
correct.
like that. I want to work in this tech. Me also
Yeah,
in my first company also. I also dream
Yeah.
I want to become a .NET developer. After that, I want to become a data engineer. So it will be
Yeah.
change. Okay, so it is
Hmm.
purely based on our commitment, our dedication.
Yeah.
Any technology we can learn. Because I will tell you
Yeah.
like that I have a one of not my colleague, but I know
Mm.
personally know him. He has an 18 years of experience, I think, who are
Yeah.
working in a mechanical engineering.
Oh.
Okay, who are in the
Hmm.
18 years or I think 18, I'm not sure, but who
Yeah.
shared the story with me. And after he working on the mechanical background, he think like that I want to do something in the technology. Okay, then
Hmm.
he chose which is the better. Then I think he's moving into, I think I want some kind of Python data. Some that will
Yeah.
be interesting. Okay, then
Yeah.
he told me like he sit and he dedicated his
Hmm.
time after his work and completely
Yeah.
focused on the studies. Then he come into one of the MNC, one of the big MNC in the service-based company. Then comes
Yeah.
into the interview panel, and they told him. He told to them, uh,
Yeah.
"Sir, actually, I was working in this 18 years in the mechanical field, but
Yeah.
currently, I want to convert my career into this field. If you ask any
Hmm.
kind of question, I can definitely answer. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the honest idea or honest thing they he put in that interview. Okay, he just told me
Hmm.
like that. Interviewer asked
Yeah.
lot of questions. There was a 3 rounds of interview. He
Yeah.
cracked. He cracked the
Oh,
interview. He got
great.
2 offers from that company, from another company. Maybe currently he got another, maybe some more offers he get because he's honestly speak. They only tested their his ability because in the interview they will ask lot of questions. He answered. So that was the thing happened in his case. You can understand the situation, right? So that was a really wonderful thing happened in there. Okay. So that is the reason I'm telling like that if you really want to move into an Azure data engineering or any kind of field, it is easy. Only you need to put some time, effort, constantly put some time and effort. Definitely you can reach your goal. It is not a big issue, but definitely constantly we put some time for learning every day or every not every day we need to put something and set a goal. This is my goal. I want to become an Azure data or data engineer or data scientist or RPA developer or artificial intelligence. So it is purely based on our goal. Then learn it. Then it will be the byproduct. The interviews and jobs are the byproduct of our hard work. Parker, you clear, right? I think we lost sometimes. Pascal, are you there? Okay. Team, I think I cannot audible. So this is the one thing. If you also want to become an Azure data engineer or any that is a career if you want or data engineer, you put definitely you put you can take one mentor from everywhere or anywhere in the engineering community or in your team on your company itself. Then talk them to guide me. Please guide me how to become this field or how to acquire this kind of thing. Then learn it slowly, learn it every day. You put some kind of 1 hour, 2 hour. Then after 2 or 3 months, you will become expert on that field. Then put some real life scenario. Practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Practice make a man perfect. Okay. So that is the answer. I think anyway, thanks Pascal for sharing your thoughts and all. Thank you so much. Okay.